Welcome back. The topic of today's talk is one that at first may seem counterintuitive. That is why chasing happiness can actually make you miserable. Think about that for a split second. Isn't the pursuit of happiness one of the most basic human goals? We're told from the time that we're kids to go after it, to achieve it, to seek it out, to shape our lives around it. But here's the paradox. The more that you chase happiness, the less likely you are to actually find it. And this may sound confusing, maybe frustrating. After all, if happiness is something that everyone wants, why would going after it directly make it harder to achieve? Let's slow down and start with something simple. Happiness is not a spike. It's not some euphoric high you're supposed to hold on to forever. It's not endless excitement. It's not fireworks going off in your brain 24/7. Instead, happiness is much closer to a baseline of contentment, a kind of steady calm. A way of moving through life where you may feel grounded, not constantly feeling for the next high. You know that feeling when you're sitting quietly with someone that you care about? Maybe you guys are not doing anything exciting. You're just being there in complete bliss and at complete peace. That's what we're feeling. That's what we're talking about right now. It's not a peak, it's just a pure presence. Think about the things that bring the deepest sense of peace. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your peace of mind. Maybe it's a couple of meaningful relationships, spending time in nature. These things aren't flashy. They don't show up in the headlines, but they're quiet, stable foundations where happiness may truly lives. Here's the problem. When people go out chasing happiness, what they're often really chasing is excitement, or novelty, or pleasure. And this confusion leads us straight into something called hedonic treadmill, the hedonic treadmill. So you may ask, what is the hedonic treadmill? In simple terms, it's a simple but powerful observation that human beings adapt very quickly to almost everything. So picture this. You bought yourself a new car. It's shiny, it's flashy. For a few weeks you may feel incredible. You can't stop smiling. Every drive feels like a reward. But then, what happens? It becomes just a car, your car. The thrill eventually wears off. Or maybe you land a new job. At first you feel unstoppable. You wake up motivated, even proud. But before long, it's just another Monday, another day. Or maybe you just started a new relationship. At the beginning, it was magical. Every text made your heart race. Every date felt like the best night of your life. But with time, that intensity fades, and the relationship becomes part of your everyday routine. This is what I call the hedonic treadmill, and this is what it is in action. You get the thing that you thought would make you happy. You feel great, maybe briefly. Then inevitably, the feeling fades, and you're right back at a baseline. Now, if you don't understand this, here's what happens. Instead of realizing what happiness was never meant to be, a permanent high, you think something must have been wrong. You assume you didn't pick the right car, the right job, the right partner, and you start chasing that again. The next car, the next city, the next relationship, the next upgrade to your life. And without realizing it, you're stuck, running endlessly on this treadmill, chasing the next high, but never finding that lasting satisfaction. Psychologist Tal Ben-Shahar once said, "Happiness lies at the intersection of pleasure and meaning." The problem is, we often chase pleasure without asking whether it actually brings meaning. You can see this pattern in so many areas of life. Take the person who thinks moving to a new city will finally solve their problems. For a short time, it feels exciting. New streets, new restaurants, new energy, but give it a year and that excitement wears off. The same inner struggles come back, just with a different skyline in the background. Or think about money. A lot of people believe that once they add another zero to their bank account, they finally can relax. And yes, money matters. It absolutely does matter. It can remove stress, it can create freedom, but guess what? It can't manufacture lasting fulfillment. And if you're fundamentally restless or dissatisfied, that restlessness will follow you no matter how many digits are on your bank account. The truth is, no external change can create happiness if you haven't already cultivated inside yourself. At best, external things can amplify what's already there. If you're grounded and content, a promotion, a relationship, or even a new adventure can enrich your life. But if you're restless, anxious, or comparing yourself to others, Those same things will never be enough. Now, this brings us to another trap, comparison. It's a continuation of the hedonic treadmill. Comparison, it kills joy. Happiness is not about how you stack up against the people around you. It's not about who has a nicer house, the more romantic partner, the flashier vacations, or the more glamorous life. Because here's the reality. That measuring stick is infinite. No matter how well you're doing, there will always be someone who's doing better, that's doing more of their life, or at least that's what you think. And if your happiness depends on being ahead of everyone else, you never get to the end of that race. Social media makes this trap even more dangerous. You're not just comparing your life to your neighbor anymore. You're comparing it to a curated highlight reel from people around the world. Think dating apps, think Instagram, think Facebook. These are all things we compare ourselves to, and it's exhausting. So what then is happiness really about? It's simpler than most people think, actually. Happiness is rooted in things that rarely make the highlight reel. A healthy body, a calm mind, a handful of genuine friendships, work that feels meaningful even in small ways, a walk in the park where you're not rushing to be somewhere else. It's about the little things, the everyday moments. And here's the kicker. The more that you chase happiness, the more complicated you make something that was never supposed to be complicated. Happiness is less about achievement and more about acceptance, less about reaching and more about appreciating. So maybe the better question to ask isn't, what do I need to chase to be happy? But instead, what can I let go of to be happy? The constant striving, the endless comparisons, the idea that something is waiting out there for you in the future. Because at the end of the day, happiness isn't hiding somewhere for you to hunt down. It's already here, quiet, steady, and simple. Maybe happiness doesn't come from adding more to your life, but from subtracting what weighs you down. So pause, breathe, look around. You might find the way that you're chasing was already within reach. And the more you stop chasing, the more you realize you already had it. So thank you guys for watching. If this resonated with you, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more, and drop a comment to join the conversation. Feel free to share this with a friend who might need it. And also join our Discord community and book a free 15-minute consultation. Both links are down below in the description of the video. If you'd like to support the channel, I have my Bitcoin address down below in the description of the video as well. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, talk soon. See ya.